Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Zeno here, and I wanted to do a quick build guide or explanation of what I'm playing for Talisman 2.1. So, first things first, I just got to let you guys know that I will not be here. I'm going to be on a cruise ship. I'm going to be on a cruise ship for the first week of this. I already had plans set up about 2 to 3 months in advance, and when GG said, "Hey, December 11th, we're launching," I'm like, "Crap! I already have a cruise booked." So it wasn't really much I could do there. So I'm sorry for everyone that's looking forward to seeing me on the release date, but I won't be here. But I did theory craft a build that I'm really excited to play as soon as I get back, and I probably will be able to because there's going to be a lot of Whispering Ices hopefully in the market. I know day one that won't happen, but probably after a week there'll be a few floating around. Now, before you think this is just a plain Jane Whispering Ice build, that's where you're wrong. I won't be using Ice Storm at all in this build. This build is Contagion. And when I was thinking about Contagion, I was thinking to myself, what the hell do I need to scale this with? It scales with spell damage modifiers, chaos modifiers, damage over time. I'm not really sure about area damage, and most likely plus the levels. So I was thinking, where can I get a lot of spell damage very, very quickly without having to gamble away? So I was thinking wands, because they're implicit, and staves. They have a pretty beefy amount of spell damage. So I was like, well, wand and shield's pretty good, but then if I get a shield, I'm pretty much forced to go hybrid or CI. And I was like, okay, I could do CI. CI I don't mind at the beginning of the league. It just might be a little painful. And then I saw the 6-link Valor Gallia, and I was like, hell yes, 6-link Valor Gallia divination card. And I was like, man, I could really make this work. Just get a good wand and shield. And then I was looking it up, and I was like, yeah, but that's going to be so hard to roll. So I looked up a staff. And I'm like, item level 84 for Runic, 79 for Glyphic, and I'm sure they're rare as hell. And then I still need to roll +1 to all, +1 to Chaos Gems. And I'm like, this is a nightmare. So it hit me. Ton of bricks. Whispering Ice is going to be the answer. Whispering Ice, you can effectively get, you get 1% spell damage per 10 int. And 1,000 int is very, very possible with an Whispering Ice build. So that's 100 spell damage. And even in like a perfect gear situation, I've seen some builds like, 1,500 int. Some guy linked me his in Standard League, 1,800. I'm like, yeah, there's no way I'm touching that. But there's speculation there might be an int percent necklace because there was a dex percent necklace. I don't know, but even not, there is a 25% implicit ES neck out now, which maybe I could get lucky with some int and some other shit on there. That'd be really good. So let's talk about the Whispering Ice. I'm gonna actually 5 or 6 link this. If I manage to 5 link it, the cool thing is you get +1 to level Sakura support gems. So Empower will actually get buffed from this, and I still get plus to levels. So if I put in a level 2 or 3 Empower, I'm hooked up pretty good, and made me really happy to see that. Cast speed, you don't really need too much for Contagion. I guess just enough to not get stunned while you're, in your animation, but you shouldn't need too much cast speed. You'll have Wither, you might need to use a couple supports here and there, but cast speed isn't like something you really need to go crazy for with this build. But the big one is the amount of int I'm going to be able to get in this build, and how the pathing fits so perfectly. So let's check out this pathing in this tree. So I just in my skill tree alone, I have 392 in. This is currently level 92 for this build. I do need to find 2 points I need to cut out. I'm sure I could do that, no problem. But this build picks up so much efficient pathing nodes to get CI, and all the damage over time chaos nodes are along the pathing to like dual curse. We got this guy. This one's right here next to this ES node. What else? We have this right here next to Nullification. It just flows so good. It flows really, really well. And also I was able to pick up all these, all 3 curse wheels. I got Whispers of Doom, Skittering Runes, and then what is this? Hexmaster. While still picking up Leadership. The reason why I want Hexmaster and Leadership is now my auras, or my cursed auras, have a much bigger range. I have all this AoE, I have that wheel and this wheel. And I was thinking to myself, my curses, or like my mana reservations are going to be Discipline, obviously, and then like Blasphemy, Temp Chains. And it's going to be like screen wide, if not wider, because I have both AoE wheels, both curse and Leadership. So we're going to have a lot of AoE out of that. And they're going to be pretty beefy, so my vulnerability will just tack on to a higher multiplier, and I'm really excited about it. And also, I get higher duration too on my Contagion. So, like, this pathing made me really happy because playing a lot of life builds, the pathing over in this area has just been really demoralizing. And you know how much I love CI, guys. I've played so many CI builds. So, I don't know, like, I think this build just might have what it takes. I also pick up Zealot's Oath because there's some life regen here. I'm going Essence Surge, no Ghost Reaver because it's been confirmed Essence Drain does not work for it. These nodes, just pathing through Int, I never thought it'd be more efficient than going this way, but it is. And then these even have, like, spell damage and Int, spell damage and Int. So many efficient pathing nodes towards Whispering Ice. I never thought of using it for other than the intention of Ice Storm, but hey, I think it's going to work out fine. I think it's going to be a very cheap, affordable option compared to some of these high spell damage wands and staves that you're going to find. And we all know a +2 Chaos Staff with spell damage is going to be way too much at the beginning of the league, if we can even find it depending on the item level of +1 Chaos. So this is the build I have planned. I will link it in the YouTube video. Again, I'll be back probably around the 18th, 19th. I'm not sure exactly when. Very late on the 18th, if anything. Otherwise, you guys will see me on the 19th. Be patient. I know it sucks, but it's a damn cruise, and you guys would go on one too, right? Well, cheers. Thank you very much for tuning in. This is Zenocide. I'm out.